Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Returned and thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Washington State's offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
The give to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Washington State lines up quickly. Off the play fake on first down. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Takes it from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. He's run. He's got enough to move the sticks. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he is denied and the timeout is gone. Washington State has it all working right now. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets open down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Across the 25. Touchdown, Wazoo! They grab the early lead. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Grime inside the 10. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Washington's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
To the ground with the back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Frank. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Dropping back, it's Nunez. He's going to let it go. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Washington.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Banks. That gamble did not pay off as at the 12-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Leaves it with the running back. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. And the Cougars will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Sends out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets it away from his own end zone. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
I love the design by this offense. A great job rolling your athletic quarterback outside of the pocket to the left. Get him on the move. Get him away from the defense. Don't have him standing in the pocket. And now I give him a choice. Can he run it or does he throw it? He has an option. It's kind of a pass-run option.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll keep it on the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it. That was a great call. First down.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. He's looking to throw it. He's got it down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The give to the right. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Let's go! Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. And he's gonna score! Touchdown, Huskies!
Down close to the goal.
AT gives them a 14-7 lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Cougars moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Barnes. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. They'll run play action. He's got it along the sidelines, foot in bounds, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And this one splits the uprights. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking for a man. It's Nunez. Coming after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. The Cougars are in the hurry-up.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
On the run, it's Barnes. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with second and 13. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's right on target. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers, what about Jake Brown? And all made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Coffey used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give. And and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On third down, going up top. Feeling the heat as he led, moving it inside the 20.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quarterback will audible. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Washington State going quickly. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Dances away. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Washington State will have to boot it away. Fair catch, called for and made. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's running in the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Makes a grab over the middle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep
trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So here comes the kickoff after the